Hi, I'm Tina Warren, and this is a chance for you to trust your own intuition. This is pick a card, and it is for the full moon in Sagittarius, which is happening today on the 5th of June 2020. It's also coinciding with a partial lunar eclipse. The way the planets are lined up at the moment means this is quite a powerful full moon. It will bring and initiate changes. It will also bring and initiate awareness, understanding, and a new way forward. How that pans out will be down to us and as individuals, but be aware that there will be changes as the month moves ahead. So, as I said, it's a pick a card reading. We've got 4 cards. These are the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards by Kyle Gray, and we've got cards 1, 2, 3 and 4. I will also pull an Ask Your Guide Oracle card by Sonia Choquette and an Energy Oracle card by Sandra and Taylor. I've got my crystals, so each one will get a crystal to support the message. And this message is predominantly for the energy as we go into this full moon, and moving forward towards the new moon, which is later in the month and coincides with a solar eclipse. We are in the middle of big changes. So shall we start and shall we see where we are going? So card number 1 is this one, and it is Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Nice card. And actually, it's a card, it's not about buying and selling and things like that. Trading is that exchange of energy. As you buy things, you are exchanging energy, but the energy comes in the form of money. So, but this isn't relating just to physical things and that physical exchange of money. It could be an energetic exchange in that you send love or support, or you give time to listen and pay attention to the things that are going on around you or a person. It can be done in many, many ways, but be aware of it, and being aware of it will allow you to see where your value is, where your worth is, what you can contribute at the moment. If you've been feeling that there's very little that you can do, feeling a little bit powerless or a little bit helpless at the moment, then tap into this energy, because we've all got something that we can give or share. It can be just a few moments of time, it can be a smile, but actually it will come back to you, and that's what this is about. So being aware that what you're putting out will come back to you. So being considerate with yourself, understanding that even if you think you have nothing to give, you can still give something to somebody, and that will start this exchange of energy that leads to the abundance. And abundance isn't just to do with money, it's to do with our health, our physical health, our mental health, the way we're considering and seeing things as well. So it's not just stuff or money, it's the non-tangible things that we can gain from this card, and that's what this card is reminding you, especially, as I say, if you've been feeling there's very little you can do or that you're powerless. It's being aware of your energy. As I've started these shuffling these cards, one's fell on the floor, and I'm using the Ask Your Guides, and the other one is in my hand. So, you've got this competition and warrior guides. That's not really about exchanging energy, but it's about tapping into that energy. Our warrior guides, it's not about fighting at the moment, because actually that's what you'll bring more of. So if you are considering going to battle or doing it, then consider the way that you do that. And this is where this self-control comes in. Tap into your higher self and actually look at what is best for you. It will be very easy to sort of step into this energy, because this energy is all around us at the moment. But it's about understanding what we can do when we work together instead of pulling apart. We all have warrior guides, because there are times in our life that we need to pull that energy forward to make big changes. If you are needing a boost to make those changes, then call on your warrior guide. But it isn't about fighting at the moment. It is about cooperating. It is about working together, and it's understanding that you will be bringing back what you are putting out there. So if you are adding to somebody's day, if you are adding something, then you will receive something back that adds to you. If you are doing something that is taking from something, and this is where the self-control needs to come in sometimes, because it's very easy to do things for people sometimes, but that can be very disempowering. So look at what you're doing and consider that over this month in particular. I'm going to put those there, and we are going to pull an energy oracle card out for this, and let's see what we're going to get with these. Right, you have, sorry, I won't put it straight up there. You've got this one, and you've got Angel of Strength. So this is about knowing that you have got that strength. You may need to tap into it, but once you do, know that it's there. We all are far stronger than we realise. We've all got more strength than we know. It's only at certain times in our life we tap into those reserves, but just know that they are there. Don't feel overwhelmed at the moment, and look at where you can make the changes to focus on changing the energy around you and uplifting you at the moment. There are opportunities to be building things, to change things, to move things forward in a direction that's right for you. All of these cards are pointing inwards, so it's all within you. The choices that you make will be important over the next couple of weeks. So let's just, I've got you. Okay, this is, and it's Amethyst. This will link directly with the higher self and being aware, and that awareness is going to make all the difference as you move through this month. Amethyst is a very spiritual stone. It's a stone that works with the higher chakras, so it's working with this higher self, it's working with your guides, and it is working with that self-awareness. Just give yourself an opportunity over the next couple of weeks. Try not to plan and be rigid about things, because there is a lot of change at the moment, and flexibility will be your friend right now. Try not to overcommit, and try not to give too much without being able to receive back. If you give, you need to be able to receive back. So that balance might need to come into play a little bit for you. But those are those cards. That's a good start for these. So let's look at what we've got for card number 2. So that's card 1 with the Amethyst. Card number 2. Father Sky. Trust in the unknown. This is about having faith, really working with that intuition. If you, or your gut feelings, that's another way to understand it. It is far more than gut feelings, intuition. And it's about rising above a situation sometimes. And if you've chose this card, it may be that you're considering making a change, but you feel as if the option isn't there, or that you can't see a way forward. The eagle in this card is saying look at the bigger picture, or go for the higher ground. So it may be that you need to consider away from the issue at the moment and actually look at how you want things to be or how you're wanting to feel, and start trusting yourself and following that intuition and actually working a way forward. The energy is very powerful, it's very strong at the moment, and it is changing. We are very reflective right now, so we're considering ourselves probably more, for some of us, probably becoming more aware of our inner world as much as our outer world at the moment. And it is about trusting. Just trust. If you have faith in the things that you're doing, if they're feeling right for you intuitively, even if you do not know the outcome, it's about trusting that process and just stepping forward. A little bit like the Fool card this is in the tarot, with taking that leap of faith. If you know, you know. And even if you don't know where that's leading, trust that you know and it's right for you. It may not be right for everybody else, and that sometimes will impact the choices that we make because we consider other people as well. But if it's right for you, oh, these cards are really jumping. If it's right for you, it's about moving forward in trust and in faith at the moment. I just need to pick these cards up. And we've got 3 with these. We've got this one. Whoops. Very reflective. We've got physical body, and it's Gaia. And Gaia is the planet, and it's Earth. And there's plenty of abundance and opportunity around. But it is knowing that you are supported. We have everything that we actually need to live on this planet. And most of that is provided for us for free. For example, the air that we breathe, none of us can live without that, but we're given that in abundance. Look at the things that are naturally supporting you and know that you will get more and more signs of this as you move forward. The physical body aspect of this card is trusting those feelings, trusting those hunches, and paying attention to the signs that are coming to you as well, especially as you're moving forward. There's also this one, discipline and master teacher. This is going to be a really good chance to look at learning something new and understanding yourself, but learning on a higher level. So whether that's something you've always wanted to learn, something about yourself, as I say, you may be working with learning to trust your intuition and just learning to trust these hunches at the moment, but the discipline will be necessary. It will be easy, actually, if that's what you're intending to do. The discipline will be supported for learning that is supporting you. So whatever is appealing to you, maybe you've wanted to learn how to do something for a while, maybe you've wanted to learn how to use your intuition or understand your intuition a little bit more, or maybe like me, you need to learn some technical things. It's a really good opportunity to do that at the moment. And then there's this, and this is family and Holy Spirit. Okay, so it's about finding our family. We've got family in spirit and family around us on the planet as well, but it's knowing that you're supported in different ways around this time. Your family is important to you, and it's about doing things that are supportive of that. So know that that will be supportive. Even if you are making changes and moving forward, just really trust, as long as it is feeling right for you, it will be right for you. So trust that intuition and the things that are coming up for you. As I say, it's a time for making changes, raising your own awareness, and really honouring that, honouring yourself as well, and moving forward in the direction that's calling to you. So with this one, we have financial constraints. It may not be financial. This may be something that you're considering or looking at the surface of things and saying, well, I can't make the changes that I want because I haven't got enough time, I haven't got enough energy, enough knowledge, or enough understanding. It could be lots of different things like this. You will find reasons not to move forward, but I'm suggesting that actually there are more reasons to move forward, more reasons to trust than there are holding you back. And if you actually look at this card, it looks to be a cobwebby, empty cupboard, but there is gold on those shelves there. And so it's about where you're investing what you've got, where you're investing your faith, your energy, and your trust, and knowing that there is something there to begin with. It's about building on that. Maybe just trusting yourself a little bit. And it might not be that you make massive changes, but try small. Trust yourself as you move forward and go with that energy. 13 on that card is a card, it actually will lead to stability, but 13 in the tarot is the death card. So it's about that transformative energy, and we have got that transformative energy at the moment. And with this one is the root chakra. This is red jasper, and it supports that root chakra, which is all about those foundations, the things that we build on. So there could be a move forward in your life or a new direction, new idea. It may start small. It doesn't have to be massive, but trust in that for you, because this is supporting that energy. And if you're supported at that level, you're able to work towards something better for yourself. So there you go, that's those cards. And that one. And we go to card number 3. Ooh, we have Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. Now actually, we are being supported to do a lot of inner work and to actually pay attention at the moment to what's going on with us on the inside. So our thoughts, our feelings, our habits, our patterns, all of these will be coming up to the surface. Things from the past, situations that bring certain emotions to the surface. There will be a bringing up of this energy, and this eclipse cycle was initiated, I believe, in 2010 to 2013 is when this started, and we're ending that cycle. So be aware of things that are coming up for you and what sort of things were going on in your life around that time. It doesn't mean the same issues will be coming up, but there will be themes coming up. So paying attention to those and seeing where you can make the changes or where you can move things forward, where you can make improvements for yourself. So reflection's really good. And as I say, it is a time for that to be supported at the moment. This is all about reflecting, taking the knowledge and experience of that and turning it into wisdom as you move forward. It could be that you this reflective time for you is helping you make a decision that will come a little bit later, but you are already considering making changes at the moment. Also be aware when mirrors come up that you will be quite often you will find people that are mirroring things back to you that you need to be aware of. Sometimes we get very annoyed at certain habits or things with certain people because it's something that we do ourselves. So it won't only be looking at the things that are coming up for you personally, but looking around you and seeing what is being reflected back to you through others, through conversations, and through circumstances or situations that are around you as well. These will all be informing you, all be helping you to direct things forward when you are ready. But it feels as if this may be a time where you are understanding, becoming more aware, but not actually jumping forward with something at the moment. It's a time of gathering information. So it's a nice supportive energy for doing that as well. And we're all in different places in our lives. So it isn't each one of these cards is bringing different messages. You just got one of these out, okay? Ooh. And it's quite nice. And it matches this. Right, it's called Judgment, and it's a higher self card. And actually, look at what's happening here. There's an examination over a situation. Judgment's something we all do. We judge ourselves, we judge other people. Even if we don't think that we do, we have opinions or feelings about things. It's being aware of this as well. Oh, you are doing some deeper inner work. You're doing some deeper inner work this month. But quite often we save the harshest judgments for ourselves. And we can be very harsh and very critical with ourselves. Pay attention to when you recognise this through this next coming couple of weeks. And pay attention to where you are focusing your energy as well. It feels there are deep insights coming up to the surface for you. There is a deepening in awareness. And if you are on your spiritual path, it's becoming much more aware of how things affect you, how they feel for you, and what you do with that. It's about acknowledging that certain things will make us feel different emotions. We might get angry, we might get fearful, or we might feel very joyful. You will be becoming more aware of how things are affecting you as you go through this month. But please do not compare yourself to other people. This is inner work, and you are the only person that can do your inner work. So just be considerate with yourself, be gentle on yourself, and don't judge the things that are coming up for you. It's about recognising, and once you recognise them, then you have a choice to understand it differently or do something differently about it. But they're really, really positive cards. I like these. And the energy is getting us to sort of reflect in at the moment anyway. And what have you got? Nice. We've got a man holding a heart. I'm not going to link this with necessarily with romance, but actually it's about considering what is your passion, where's your drive, what is there for you. Maybe this is something you're considering at this time over the next 2 weeks. Where are your passions lying? I'm not, as I say, linking this to relationships. This is I'm working this as an individual person, but it's the male aspect is the logical aspect and the female aspect is the intuitive aspect. So it's about considering both, but actually looking at what you can do and what practical action steps you can take towards the things that you're very passionate about, that you're feeling very strongly about. Instead of thinking that it will only work one way and you can't do it, then you may just find that you're shown a different way this month when you do that inner work. So oftentimes people will say to me that they don't treat me the same way as I treat them. I'm going to ask you, do you treat you the same way you want someone else to treat you? That might be a consideration this month. You need to be gentle with yourself. You need to be compassionate and understanding with yourself. If you do that, the answers will come and you will gain wisdom from your reflections, and you will be able to step forward and start making the changes that are supportive for you. And we have Choquette. This is Australian Jasper. I can't tell you how beautiful this stone actually feels. A very, very powerful stone, grounding, steady, take time. And actually, I always associate this because it's Australian. I get dreams with this stone. And when I've slept with this stone under my pillow, I have had some very profound dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. Take your time. It's not about rushing at the moment. Consideration is something that you will be spending time with. So those are your cards if you chose card number 3, which leaves us with card number 4. Oh, wow. Wow. Direction Guardian. If you chose card number 4, you're likely to be at a slightly different point in your life. You may already have done this work, or you may be trying to find a way forward that's specifically for you. Now, this won't apply for everybody. Not everybody is wanting to start something on their own, but it, as in a business or something like that. But this may relate to a hobby or something that's uplifting you as well, that's appealing to all aspects of you, that will actually fit into your life and enrich it. It's about adding something here. There may be different options open to you at the moment, or you may feel scattered at the moment, and it isn't about clearly defining a single way. It is about trusting, because it could be that from time to time you need to adapt this, but finding a way forward in the first place. For some of you, you may be at a point where you want to turn a hobby, an interest, or a passion into something more that will support your life. Or you may feel that there's something that you need to express, that there's something that you are wanting to add to the overall energy, something that supports others, something that is of service to others. Quite often, when we think about these things, we will use our logic, and it will get us so far. It's about using all of who you are to help choose the direction forward. This is a time where there will be a lot more people becoming aware, becoming spiritually aware, aware of their own energy, of their own power, of their own choices. So there could be some sudden changes in direction for a few of you, not everybody, but there could be some sudden changes in direction. Trust and listen to that intuition, because that is your direct line to your higher self. It is your truth. It is the core of who you are. And quite often we think about which direction we're going to do. I lived my life doing the work that I thought was right for me. My direction came literally when my world fell apart and I asked, why am I here? And my direction was given to me. I don't often use labels and things like that, but if you are somebody that's quite sensitive, if you're an empath, if you are what you might consider to be a light worker, then you may feel very drawn and called to action at the moment. It's about doing that in your integrity and doing that in the truth of who you are. And stepping forward if that is feeling right for you. But we are going to experience a lot more of this stepping forward. So as for myself, I am aware I'm on my spiritual journey. The work that I share with on here and that I share through my social media is part of my journey, but it isn't the whole of my journey. Right. Woohoo. You've got one. And it's this. priorities, master, teacher. So if you look at the cards, there are things here. There's a broken heart, there's letters, there's belongings and things, and that person's running off to the future. If you are somebody that is called to this spiritual path, it is okay to trust and know that you will be supported, but we live in a real world as well. There will be things that you do need to consider and things that you do need to take into account as well. A certain amount of trust is needed and is actually very worthwhile, because certain things will become easier, but it's not about running away from. You can't run away from anything that's around you if you are on a spiritual path, because it will just come up to you again down the line. So it's about dealing with the things that you need to, understanding yourself on a deep level and what's pulling you forward or motivating you forward. And sometimes you might not find the words for these. You might not be able to explain it other than a feeling or a knowing, and that's okay. But it is about considering all aspects of your life and not just letting go of things and running ahead. So pay attention to everything that you need to. Look after yourself, look after your body, look after the physical things that you need to attend to. We are mind, body and spirit, and all of these need to work together for you to be able to work on a spiritual path on this planet. So it is about considering all of those aspects and being considerate with yourself. It can be quite easy to get very sidetracked by ideas and things within the spiritual world. It's very fascinating. It's very, it feels very good when you're in alignment. It's like no other feeling. And so the race that a lot of people get in alignment and to stay in alignment, just know that we won't stay there all of the time. It is about learning, but each time you get there, you know when you're not there. And when you're not there, something will be needing to be attended to around you. So pay attention to what's coming up for you, but don't forego aspects of your life that are necessary, that are important. Okay? So there we go. And if you've... Sorry, I had to smile. You'll see. You've got this card. Healer of the Ages. It could be that you do feel you have a spiritual purpose. That could be in a healing capacity, but a lot of spiritual work, regardless of how it comes, will come. I consider myself a healer first and foremost, and I use different tools to be able to give or share that healing with people. So whichever way I work, it's with that at the core of who I am. But this is about, as I say, not running away from the things that you've experienced in the past, but by acknowledging them and taking from them not the emotion, not the pain, and not the suffering, but the experience that's brought to you. That then, as I've said before, brings wisdom forward. It allows you to trust yourself more. It allows you to then move your life in a direction that is right specifically for you. These are really, really powerful cards, but there are a number of people that will be so ready to step forward onto their purpose and into their path and become who they came here to be. So if you've chosen these cards, it could be a very transformative month. It doesn't mean everything will happen at once. It doesn't mean that everything will change at once, but you will make changes in the direction that is a part of you and is so right for you that you will know. There will be no doubt and no question. Just consider that it's all aspects of your life that need to move forward. Some will be able to let go of, but most of them will move forward. We still need to live in this world to do the work that we're here to do. So And you have got, wow, okay, you've got green moss agate. This is a stone of growth. I've just got goosebumps all over me. This is a stone of growth. This is a stone of potential. And actually, this is supporting your growth on every single level. It's also a stone of abundance. So trust. If these cards are the ones that you picked, just trust. Pay attention to what's coming up for you. And if you ask with a clear intention and for the right reasons, with a pure heart, you will get your truth. Then, moving forward will be up to you. But once you start a spiritual path, you cannot go back. Just be aware of that. You cannot go back. You cannot unlearn the things that you will learn. But everything that you learn will add to who you are. So there you go. Those are the cards for the full moon in Sagittarius. We have got quite a lot of energy. The world is in a very different place to where it was even a few weeks ago. So trust yourself, listen to that intuition. I hope you find these useful. I'm wishing you a very happy new moon, and may you be showered with blessings. I'm sending lots and lots of love to you. And if you'd like to subscribe, to comment, or to share the page, feel free. Sending you lots and lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.